everyone! Since it is just a couple days away from Christmas and you're probably in the midst of wrapping all your gifts, I thought that I would show you guys some cute ways that you can wrap those gifts. So let's get started. You'll need gifts, of course, wrapping paper, and actually all the ones that I'm doing today are already wrapped. No special wrapping techniques. Tape, scissors, ribbon and or yarn, decorative papers, plants like lavender, rosemary, pine, etc., paint, and a paintbrush. So I have a few gifts here that I've already done a normal gift wrapping job on, like I just mentioned, and yeah, they're fine, but I want to dress them up. So for the first one, I'm using some decorative paper and some string. Basically, I just cut a piece of decorative paper slightly smaller than the top face of the present. I rounded the corners using a corner cutter, but you can just use scissors for this if you want this look. I looped the tape sticky side out and stuck it to the top of the gift, and then stuck the decorative paper on top. Finally, I finished it off with some string. To tie it, lay the string across the gift, flip the box over, bring the string around, loop the ends around each other, and then flip the box back over again, bringing the strings up around the other sides of the box, and then tie a bow. Loop each end, cross over, bring one loop under and through, and pull. And here it is, super easy. For this next one, I'm using a paint and paintbrush. For this one, I'm using a gift that is wrapped in some plain wrapping paper. Dip a paintbrush into some paint, and then flick the bristles of the paintbrush over the box. I'm using a piece of cardstock that I had laying around to keep my fingers clean. Go as heavy or as light as you want here. When you use white paint, like I am, it can kind of look a bit like snow, which is nice, and very fitting for Christmas. Unless you flick paint where it leaves stringy looking bits like this, but whatever, it still looks interesting. Very Jackson Pollock. Let it dry. Once dry, finish it off with some string or ribbon. I actually went back and added a few sprigs of lavender, just the leaf part, and I thought that it finished it off pretty well. For this next one, you need yarn and some scissors. So first, make a pom-pom. I'm using the hand wrapping method. Cut a piece of yarn about 6 inches, and then place that between your middle and ring finger. Then start wrapping the yarn around your fingers like so, not too tight. I believe I looped mine around about 70 times. Take the piece of yarn between your fingers and then pull it around and tie it around the looped yarn. This can be a little bit tricky and probably why people use different methods to do this now, but this is the way that I was taught to make them, so it's just what I default to. Anyway, once tied, slip off your fingers and then tie another knot, just to make sure everything is secure. Then, while holding these yarn tails, start trimming the pom-pom to be a nice sphere shape. And actually, I've seen some people do magic with these pom-poms and make little animal heads and whatnot, which could also be really cute on something like this. I just have no idea how to even start doing something like that. But if you know how, just keep that in mind. It would be super cute. Anyway, tie some yarn around your gift, like before, and then at the top, tie the pom-pom using the long tail ends. Trim the longer pieces of yarn back, and then this one's done. I think this one may be my favorite. I think it kind of makes it look like a cute little winter beanie. For this next one, you just need ribbon, tape, and scissors. I opted for 3 different types of ribbon. You can do more or less. I feel like if I had a bigger box, I might have gone for a few more ribbons, but since this was a small box, I just did 3. Trim the ribbons down to be 2 times the length and 2 times the height of your gift. Stack the ribbons as you see fit, and then use tape on the ends to secure the ribbon pieces in place. Then just wrap the ribbons around the box with the ends at the bottom, and then tape them down. And then that one's done. And lastly, probably the easiest, actually, these are all pretty easy, but anyway, you just need ribbon and a plant like lavender, rosemary, pine, etc. So take some ribbon and tie it around the box as you would for a gift, but before you tie the bow, place a few sprigs of your plant. For me, I'm using lavender. Like I mentioned before, rosemary is really nice, or pine, or just some kind of flower, or whatever, and then tie the bow. I think the lavender looks really pretty, and it smells really nice too. And that's it. 5 pretty easy ways to dress up your gifts for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, then please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all of that good stuff. You can follow me on all of my social media, which will be linked down below. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment down below. Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much to my patrons for helping me produce this video. If you like my videos and have learned something from them, please consider supporting me on Patreon to help me continue to make them. It's totally optional. I'll still be making videos either way. It just helps me be able to put out better stuff. A link will be down below, or you can just click up here in the corner.